ball up, and Shaw wins the tip over Hillman. The Wildcats will start with the ball heading left to right on your screen. Northwestern, a team that is 9-0 this season when out-rebounding their opponents. They will likely not out-rebound Michigan, who on average out-rebounds their opponents by 11. High hedge on Burton. Michigan loves to run this set against her, but what a find for Jillian Brown. A 45-foot dime from Veronica Burton to get us going.
Burton was trapped in that corner, but Maddie Nolan ended up stumbling near the block, leaving Brown wide open.
Second in the Big Ten in assists for a reason. And after the early lead for Northwestern, the skip pass to Nolan. Hillman early touch on the block, and Burton strips it off her leg. Veronica Burton with the impact on both ends.
We were talking about Burton's hand-eye coordination before the game, Noah, and that's just a showcase of it right there, able to strip Hillman at any time.
Burton will bring it up against Felia. Michigan in their man-to-man set, and again they're going to hedge. We expect to see that all day long. They do not want Burton to get downhill. She gets around Hillman here, though. Drives through three, kicks to Hartman. Splash! And it's 5-0 Northwestern in the early going.
Northwestern's done a great job moving off ball, something they really didn't do well against Minnesota on Friday. Night and day between these last two games.
In Leah Hartman and Maddie Nolan, we feature two of the top 5 three-point shooters in the Big Ten in this game, and Hartman is the first to score from outside. Nolan here being denied by Hartman. Looking for somewhere to go as the shot clock gets to single digits. Felia gonna have to create against Burton, leans in and rolls it out. Hillman on the glass early and finishes.
There's the physicality of Naz Hillman, able to get Michigan on the board now, but expect a lot more of those putback opportunities.
Exactly what you said. That is what Naz Hillman does. Her first bucket comes with her first offensive rebound of the game. A little bit of a smaller hedge there for Michigan. They're still defending well out wide against Northwestern. Shaw runs over Kaiser, and that's going to be an offensive foul. That's to be a little bit going down easy, but who does it these days? As the offensive foul is called. Good recovery from Brown, but Feely is left on the right wing. Nails it, and we're tied.
You can't give Michigan any open shot. They have too many threats out on the wings. If you give Hillman too much attention, they're going to eat you up from beyond the arc.
And that's really the number one difference between this team and other teams that Naz Hillman has been central to in her Michigan career. That three-point shooting has been lights out for much of this year for Michigan, especially from their best shooters. Burton holding it out against Danielle Roush. 5 on the shot clock. Hartman rises and hits. A rare two-point field goal for Leah Hartman. She shoots below 40% from inside the arc, but gets a big bucket there.
A lot of these Wildcat shooters get more and more comfortable working with the mid-range, and it's been an integral part to the team's success lately.
Kaiser has a mismatch and scores right past Hartman. That's the issue with this one big lineup for Northwestern, Eli. Going to get a lot of those with either Kaiser or Hillman matched up on Hartman down low if you don't scheme around it. Burton is throwing swing pass after swing pass, and Hartman's free again. Finally misses. Burton fights for the rebound and earns it again. She is all over the court in the early going. Michigan, of course, lost on Thursday against Michigan State. Northwestern on the rescheduling, having to play with very short notice at Minnesota on Friday, as Brown cans a corner three. Wildcats, cold shooting team so far in their last game against Minnesota. They've been hot from beyond the arc to start this one.
How about 4 assists from Veronica Burton in the first 4 minutes of this one?
Exactly what you want to see for your point guard. Second in the Big Ten in that category. Behind, of course, Caitlin Clark. Hillman gets free behind Shaw. Maybe got away with a little off-arm extension there, but an excellent pass. It's another bucket for Naz. And Northwestern does not want to get into a shootout with Michigan, I think it's safe to say. Hillman lucky to not pick up a cheap foul there against Hartman. I think a good no call. Now hedging against Burton, and Veronica Burton is an expert at drawing those early fouls against bigs. Scott Waria, at least. Second time she's played here in Welsh Ryan Arena. Whitney Young graduate, whose sister Danielle was on the Northwestern volleyball team for 4 seasons. She checks in to play some big early minutes. Walsh with a mismatch, didn't want to take it against Nolan. Burton free for 3. Can't hit. Satterwhite hounding Roush on the way down. Where will Michigan's offense come from with Hillman on the bench? They're going to try to play through Kaiser. Excellent pass from Roush. Nolan is free. Got it. Maddie Nolan has been a Wildcat killer over her time at Michigan. She hits her first shot.
Michigan just too quick, beat any Wildcat rotation they can get there. Easy 3 points for Maddie Nolan.
Each team has hit 2 threes already. Great find from Walsh to Brown on the back cut. And Jillian Brown has 7 early points.
Definitely been the answer for Northwestern so far, but can she keep it going?
And Walsh picks up a foul that she could not afford to pick up at this stage. Michigan to inbound the ball to Nolan here as Northwestern brings Melanie Daly, the first year in for Lauren Satterwhite. Johnson with a catch on the block, driving hard. The hook shot rolls in. First bucket. Pardon me, that's Cameron Williams, of course, with her first bucket. Already making an impact after coming in off the bench for Hillman. Burton again takes that contact on the hedge, and that's the issue.
Just reach into the paint for a wide open layup like we've seen a couple times already.
So far, Brown with 7 points, Leah Hartman with 5. Burton has attempted just 1 shot, now a second, but that's well short. She gets her own miss and is blocked on the inside by Kaiser. Deflected pass finds its way to Daly. Another back cut for Jillian Brown. Wow. Beautiful basketball for Jillian Brown with 9 early points.
The off-ball movement for this team has been truly phenomenal. I know I've already said it earlier, but it's worth noting.
Yeah, and this is a team that has really struggled with that, as Walsh with a nice deflection to knock it out of bounds when they really needed it. As Hillman comes back in, and Amy Dilk, the senior point guard, who started for pretty much all the last 2 seasons for this Michigan team, gotten usurped a bit by the first-year Felia. She's in the game now. Roush from the top of the key. Finally a miss for Michigan for 3. Williams with a tough board, though. Quick ball movement from Michigan, and Hillman gets it with deep possession. Burton with the block from behind and ties her up. And Dilk with 1 on the shot clock. Don't think she knows it. Roush gets it away and can't hit, but another offensive rebound. That time it's Nolan getting in deep. It's just a killer for Northwestern. Hillman fouled on the reach over by Walsh, and Burton was about to strip it loose.
Things on the court, you expect a lot more rebound opportunities, but yeah, several offensive rebounds for Michigan here.
Skip pass, Burton gets out to Dilk quickly. Single-digit shot clock again. Roush again. Misses everything, and Hillman's gonna get a push off this time. But the advantage without Hillman in there is obviously a lot less. Tie game here, 3/4 of the way through the first quarter. Mott was free for a second. Well, Shaw couldn't find her, and then Williams slipped around the screen and accidentally hit Burton there. That's going to be the second foul on Cameron Williams. Is going to come in now for Williams. Michigan already deep in their big rotation.
Still very early in this one.
Yeah, and with Leah Brown out, this is tough for Michigan. Shaw with a nice up and under take, and the Wildcats are back in front. We haven't talked about it much yet, Eli, but Leah Brown out for this team. You know, she's a wing, but she can play big. Not having her out there is a big loss as well in these situations.
I'm interested to see what happens in the second quarter now with what Michigan has to pull out of their bag.
Great drive from Dilk. As they beat the Blizzards rotation, did Michigan for another bucket. Back and forth we go late in this first quarter. Daly on the left wing. Long pull up 2, got it. Mel Daly.
Mel Daly loves to camp just inside the arc, normally along the baseline, but she can totally move off the dribble. You cannot give her any space.
Yep. May not be the most efficient shot, but when she's in rhythm, she sure hits a lot of them. Dilk over the top, through 3 defenders to Kaiser. Couldn't quite get the and one. And what a beautiful pass from Amy Dilk to set that up as Shaw picks up her first. Both teams' top 2 bigs, or 2 of Michigan's top 3 really, have 2 fouls apiece. For Northwestern, it's Shaw and Walsh with 2 each. And for Michigan, it's Hillman and Williams. Can't wait to see how this affects the rest of the game. As Shaw grabs a big rebound. For now, she's going to stay in there with 2 fouls. But the number of Mercy Ademusayo has now been called from Joe McEwen on the bench. Burton for Brown. Daly free at the free throw line. Got it again.
Joe McEwen and this Northwestern coaching staff have drawn up excellent offensive plays to beat these hedges.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So far, the scout, led by assistant coach Preston Breed, has done the job. Another fantastic find over the top for Kaiser, and she's going to go to the line. Jillian Brown pushed her out of bounds. And a lot of weight now on Emily Kaiser, who cans the first free throw. She's going to have to carry the rotation in this situation. As Kim Barnes-Rico talks to Hobbs. So Hobbs stuck and Kaiser on the floor together for Michigan now, as Kaiser goes 2 for 2. Hartman re-enters for Brown. Ademusayo, the first year, really untested, getting some rare first quarter minutes as well. We are, I said it already, we're deep in the front court rotations for both teams. Northwestern holding a 2-point lead late in this first quarter. Daly at the top again. Guarded by Hobbs. Now Burton with pressure from the backside for Nolan. Burton into a hedge again. Ademusayo with the turnaround hook. That won't go. Not the shot Northwestern wanted, and Michigan can hold for 1 now.
Northwestern did an excellent job the entire first quarter of generating open shots. Ademusayo just forcing it a little bit too much with time to spare in the shot clock.
Dilk with 10, working on Daly. Northwestern has Ademusayo against Kaiser. Fouled her with the off arm, and Kaiser goes down hard. And Ademusayo, who came into this game in very limited minutes, I should say, averaging what would be 9 fouls per 40 minutes, commits another one. Kaiser, the 78% free throw shooter, makes them both. And it's tied again as Rainey will come for Ademusayo. So a rare 1 big lineup without Courtney Shaw on the floor for Northwestern here. Michigan will bring out the press with 4.9 left. Rainey can go coast to coast. She's got the most speed on the floor. And here she goes, all the way through. Rainey scores at the buzzer. The electrifying Kayla Rainey does it again, and the Wildcats take the lead heading into the break on the number 4 Michigan Wolverines. What a first quarter of action. She would later be named, as this pass tipped out of bounds by Nolan, both 6th player and freshman of the year in the Big Ten. It's 21-11 in that game. Michigan survived Northwestern 79-78 in overtime at the Chrysler Center. It's been a series that has been played more times than any other between 2 Big Ten schools over the past 2 seasons, 3 times each. These teams know each other very well. They've had a lot of hard-fought battles, and we're at the start of what looks like another one here. Burton getting some off-ball time as Rainey's bumped on the way in, and will go to the line.
The last player that in the Big Ten to score 2,000 points in her career, Naz Hillman obviously has the opportunity to do so today, even though she finds herself in very early foul trouble.
Yeah. Pulliam got to 2,000 during the postseason last year. That shortened season as Rainey goes 1 for 2. Hartman with the offensive rebound, though. Paige Modest to come back from the backcourt. Brown, pick and pop. 3, back iron. Looked good out of the hand for Jill Brown, but just overcooked it a bit.
Maybe a heat check for number 4. 9 points already.
Felia, Nolan, and Dilk in the game at the guard spots for Michigan. Kaiser gets it on the block, battling with Madu, blocks the shot. Rainey looked like she had it pulled out, but it hit the baseline, rules Frank Sterator. Sure, she's aching to get back in, and here Burton will pick up a foul that she really did not need to. A little bit too aggressive, and here we will see Isabel Varejao, it looks like, as she heads to the table. Brazilian native missed all of last season, was stuck in Brazil due to coronavirus, couldn't get back to America. She looked really promising prior to that, early in her Michigan tenure. Niece of Anderson Varejao, longtime pro. She's got some real skill on the block, and here she gets it on the block. Double comes from Rainey. 6'4" Varejao finds Dilk, leans in, can't score. Great defense underneath from Paige Mott right there.
They just caught Varejao. They just caught Varejao too far out from her normal spot in the post.
She's more of a pure post player for sure, as Rainey wasn't quite looking for that pass from Hartman, and only the 2nd turnover for Northwestern. Kaiser looking at the blizzard zone. Great down low pass to Verajao, who scores.
They're just down low. Very tough to guard Verajao when you're playing with 6'1" Paige Mott or 5'11" Leia Hartman.
Yeah. The one big look for Northwestern, again, giving them problems right there. No doubt about it. Felia versus Burton. This is the matchup we've wanted to see. Burton stops at the foul line, misses again. She's 0 for 4 in the early going, and Mott's going to get whistled for the foul here. She did, as every one of the 3 rotational bigs for Northwestern has picked up at least 1 early foul. Roush beats the press. Kaiser had an advantage early there. Verajao on Mott. Great defense. And they're going to try to feed Verajao again. Verajao hounded, turns it over. Burton with a steal, her first for the Big Ten's leader and the NCAA's leader. Rainey in transition, goes around and scores. And that's 7 assists for Veronica Burton.
That one got Welsh Reinerita fired up. Lindsey Pulliam has barely left her seat, sitting in the student section right now.
Over the top, what a find. Amy Dilk is diming all over the place right now. And that's another score on the inside for Michigan. Only 1 assist for Dilk, but trust me when I say she has thrown some spectacular passes.
Some of the best guards in the Big Ten showcasing their passing abilities right now.
This is why Amy Dilk started for 2 years. She can make that pass like nobody else in this conference. Brown off the screen, all the way in, blocked by Verajao. Shot clock she catches, puts one up over Verajao and misses everything. Doesn't really matter who that's off of, but it will go Michigan's way.
Walsh has a very tall task too, going up against a very tall and physical Verajao. Very possible the 3rd foul could be coming soon.
And Verajao wants it. Quick entry from Felia. Walsh gonna have to be careful. Verajao passes it out. Nolan again. And Maddie Nolan striking while the iron is hot. She's 2 for 2 from beyond, and Joe McEwen wants a timeout. Rebounds, blocks, and steals against Minnesota, but not enough to beat the Golden Gophers at the barn. So both teams trying to bounce back from losses. But both, of course, in a little bit different of a situation as a whole. And Kaylee Walsh will pick up a 3rd foul.
Joe McEwen
Moving screen, yeah.
McEwen just searching his bench, trying to find someone else to replace her now.
And now they're going to go back to the Courtney Shaw-centered one big look. Walsh with a moving screen here. Yeah, it's a good call. I mean, she just never gets set. You can't afford it. And now we'll see how Courtney Shaw can do as the lone big out there playing with 2 fouls. And that pass, Roush and Verajao not on the same page. Northwestern ball. Really interesting from Kim Barnes-Zarico, by the way, Eli. She has left Naz Hillman out for 6 minutes now with the 2 fouls. We don't always see this from her. She is willing to bring players back in with 2 fouls. But in this game, I think she's feeling like she doesn't have to just yet. Michigan's hanging right there.
She definitely has a lot of aggressive tendencies, but in a game as tight as this, you're going to need one of your best players down the stretch.
No doubt about it. Michigan up 2. Felia to Kaiser. That's 3 seconds, I would think, and it is. Verajao hanging out in there for a little bit too long. Dilk back to the table, ready to check in as Burton goes around a horn set at the top. Bailey against Nolan now. Burton Felia, this is the one-on-one matchup as it's been for most of the game. She splits the double, kicks to Brown. 3 goes down, and Jillian Brown stays red hot.
Just smooth all around. 2nd time Burton split that defense and just parting the Red Sea before kicking that one out.
12 early points for Jillian Brown. Burton is 0 for 4 from the field with 8 assists. Verajao trying to sell a 3rd foul on Shaw there, didn't get the call. Felia. Past Burton. Shaw couldn't really contest, but she misses anyways. And now Burton the other way. Working on Felia again. Behind the back, inside, missed it. Shaw with another offensive board. Burton still down behind the play and sort of limping it off. Took a hard fall there. Daly past Verajao. Missed the layup.
Not a bad possession there by Northwestern, though. Able to keep Michigan away from hedging, running the transition well, keep them always on their toes.
Excellent passing. Roush to Kaiser to Verajao. Wildcats lost her, and it's back to a 1-point lead for Michigan. Williams now waiting on the sideline with Dilk, so still no Hillman to come back in. She's basically coaching from the bench, standing up over there shouting directions to her team. She stays on that bench with the 2 fouls. Brown, nice pass. Daly misses. Back-to-back misses from Mel Daly, and Michigan a chance to add to this 1-point lead. Verajao trying to seal Shaw. The battle inside is really worth focusing on right now. Kaiser against Burton. Pass deflected, gets to Verajao, and she can't finish with the hook. Nolan fights for the rebound and is tied up by Daly. That ball is going to belong to Michigan. Dilk on the perimeter. Good recovery by Brown to Nolan. Felia tried to feed it inside to Kaiser. Deflected pass by Hartman. And it will stay with Michigan with 2.5 on the shot clock. Really wide open looks from outside. Here looking inside, and they're going to get Hartman on a foul here. Northwestern bench can't believe it. That's her first, but more importantly, it's going to reset the shot clock to 20. Foul on Hillman. I think it's been a very well-called game overall. Dilk into Williams, bodied up by Shaw. With 3 on the shot clock, Williams from way outside, stolen away by Burton again. Here comes the backcourt burglar, pulls it out, back in, back out again, and now she'll settle down against Nolan. Shaw has Williams on her, wanted the ball. Burton driving kick. Satterwhite's first 3 of the game won't go down. Williams with an easy board. Dilk wants to run in semi-transition here, but backs it out. Another gorgeous pass, but Williams missed the finish. Amy Dilk is like Tom Brady out here in a Michigan uniform. Veronica Burton misses again. 0 for 5 start from Burton. She just doesn't look right on these jump shots. That is pink shoe. Michigan's got those, looks like Jordans out there with the pink colorways. I like it. As Verajao re-enters for Williams after she missed that layup. Feely, a nice drive. Elbow jumper won't go down, and Hartman and Shaw alone for the rebound. Both teams going cold from the field here in this second quarter. Michigan clinging to a 1-point lead. Burton 0 for 5, but she has 8 assists and 2 steals. Impacted the game in a lot of other ways so far, although Michigan has taken her away well. Now Dilk matched up on her, senior versus senior. Burton cross court for Brown. Beautiful feed for Shaw, who finishes. Jillian Brown spun that thing in there. What a first half she's having. And it's 30-29 Northwestern.
Jillian Brown, 5 of 8 from the floor.
And diming it up. I mean, we have seen some brilliant passing so far. Verajao and 1. Hartman just can't stop her inside. And Verajao to give Michigan a 2-point lead. She does. 9 big points for Isabel Verajao. It's 32-30 Michigan as Kayla Rainey brings it up. Brown again. Shaw slips the screen. Gets the foul on Hobbs and falls hard. A little bit of inexperience showing there for Hobbs. There's just no way you're going to be able to get over in time to take that charge. Wildcats now 2 for 3. So Shaw has made big strides in this department. 51%. Sounds like not a lot, Eli, but she's a 39% career shooter coming into this season. She's taken steps there to at least punish teams who send her to the line. And she goes 2 for 2 on this trip. A big 2 free throws for the senior. And it's a tie game. Ade Musayo, interesting move here from Joe McEwen for the last 76 seconds to try to make absolutely sure that Courtney Shaw does not pick up a third. Wildcats bringing out the full court pressure. Dilk calmly passes out of it. Emily Kaiser has 5 assists, by the way, as she gives it off to Nolan. Beautiful slip pass from Verajao. Dilk amongst the trees. Ade Musayo takes it away. Dilk saves it to nobody, and it's Northwestern ball. Ade Musayo posting on the inside. Pass skips. And now into Ademusayo. Wildcats with a lineup not known for its offense out there. Brown has to try to create. And the steal from Varejao. No Burton, no Shaw, no Walsh on the floor. Offense going to be hard to come by here for Northwestern down the stretch in this first half. Dilk turns it over. Nolan and Dilk miscommunicate, and then Dilk blocks the shot on the other end. What a recovery from the senior. Sort of make up for it. I don't blame them for it, but we know that it happens. Almost 5 seconds. Rainey with a save, and Mott. Wow, that was an adventure for Northwestern, but they do manage to hold for one here.
Everybody in Welsh Ryan just held their breath for a second. You could feel it, the air just leaving the room.
Satterwhite with 3, way out. Brown's gonna have to heave it. Long 2, can't get it. Veronica Burton starts with the ball. Her first scoreless first half of the season, but she had 8 assists and 2 steals, impacted the game in so many ways. As Hartman with the take, just blasts right on in. Hillman didn't want to pick up a third, kind of let her go, and Hartman free to the cup. Wildcats back up 2.
Great work on the ball fake there from Hartman, and gets right back on defense, sprinting into her position.
Hand fighting down low for Hillman and Shaw takes away the pass. Beautiful defensive play. Ophelia just couldn't get it high enough. People underestimate Courtney Shaw's vertical. He's had a few of those steals this year. Hartman for 3. She's getting hot again. 5 points in the early going in the first half for Leah Hartman. 5 points in the early going here in the second half for her. And the Cats have tied their largest lead of the game.
Veronica Burton now up to 9 assists off that dish.
9 assists already for Burton. Roush in the corner, looking for Kaiser. Instead, the skip for Nolan for 3. Missed everything. And that foul's going to be on the ground. Looked like Hartman contact from behind.
They just need that spark that Dill brings to the floor. And we mentioned it several times now. She was a starter for the last 2 years for a very good reason, and was that passing.
We'll see how this starting lineup goes. Roush coasts on in, so you don't need a pass when you can drive right to the basket. Walsh 2 tied up on Hillman, of course, to switch off. And that's the gravity of Naz Hillman. Affects the game even when she doesn't have the ball. So a 3-point Northwestern lead. Shaw above the elbow, and now Brown, breakout star of the first half with 12 points. Nearly double dribbled here and has it stripped by Roush. Roush nearly carried it. And now Hillman runs over Burton in the lane, no call. 3 off back iron, and Felia taps it out for Roush. Kaiser can't collect that pass.
Veronica Burton got steamrolled by it.
Now, did she go down a bit easy? Perhaps, but it did look like Hillman went through her a bit.
You might as well sell it if you can.
Hey, Veronica Burton knows how important getting a third foul on Naz Hillman would be, but the rest didn't call it. That's all that matters for right now. 3-point Northwestern lead. Brown, another hard hedge for Michigan, that time off the dribble handoff. Burton slides in, beautiful dish for Shaw. That's assist number 10. Veronica Burton has matched her season high, and we've got 18 minutes left.
Still worth noting for Burton, though. No points on the board for her.
Who needs points? As Hillman with a beautiful catch underneath. Got just enough separation for Shaw to not get called for the push. And a beautiful finish for Naz Hillman. Halfway to 2,000 with 6 right there. I guess not really halfway. You know what I meant.
Halfway in today's.
In today's game, exactly. Burton around a Shaw screen. Hartman slides past Felia, but Roush jumps the passing lane. Satterwhite battling her all the way down the floor. Kaiser against Burton. We've seen this matchup quite a few times in this Blizzard set for Northwestern, especially their 4-guard look. Burton has handled it well on that high post. Felia around Shaw and Satterwhite. And coasts to the rim for 2. That time looked like Hartman just left her too early. Understand you want to get out to the 3-point shooters, but your defense is at a disadvantage and you do that, and the first year took advantage. Beautiful drive from Layla Felia.
Michigan in the entire first half was trying to play that perimeter the entire time. Working a lot more, taking whatever Northwestern's giving them right now.
Burton to Hartman now, and she misses the bunny. Wildcats can't afford that. Hillman snatches the rebound. trying to run the break now. Roush. No one passed up a look. Hillman deep catch. Over Shaw, in and out. And wisely Hillman gets out of there, but Kaiser dips back in and forces the tie-up. And she knows she doesn't have a foul. She can afford that one. Burton nearly with a steal. Filia missed. Roush on the outside, drives in herself and can't hit it. Burton pulls down another rebound. That's her 4th. Coast to coast she goes, all the way in. Wow, she got hammered by Filia, no call. Burton just cannot get that whistle right now. And Filia going the other way. Over Brown, can't hit it. Shaw battling with Filia for the board. Another tie-up, although it didn't even look like Michigan had a hand in on it. And now the Wildcats will get the ball. Game with 7. She drives in again. Out to Brown in the right wing. Shaw, blocking foul. That is a strange whistle right there against Kaiser. She comes back in, despite just 2 assists. She's been the offense passing-wise. Satterwhite, great defense for Michigan twice right there. But she fights for the rebound. 14 on the shot clock still for Northwestern. And now they're going to look at the shot clock because that shot did not hit rim. I don't think it got reset. Did it? Well, whatever. 18 seconds on the shot clock for Northwestern.
We're not the ones making the calls.
Yeah, no doubt. Walsh at the top. And Hillman is going to get a 3rd for fighting through the screen against Burton. Finally finds Satterwhite over the top. Satterwhite all the way in. Around Kaiser to Shaw. What a dish. And Courtney Shaw scores again.
How about that bounce pass across the paint? Poetry in motion right there.
10 points for Shaw now, who's 4 for 4 from the field. Quick pass from Roush. No one didn't want the contested 3. Hillman against Walsh, both with 3 fouls. Now Roush drives past Burton. Scoop shot won't go. Kaiser, Johnny on the spot and finishes.
So after quick scoring, droughts for both teams, a lot of whistles, we're right back to the back and forth score.
Yeah,
I sense the pattern now.
It did seem like the flow of this game had been disrupted for a little while there, but maybe we're right back into it. Satterwhite for Walsh, catch on the block for her. Turnaround fadeaway, wow. That is a high degree of difficulty for that banker from Kaylee Walsh. She gets her first bucket.
Definitely an interesting way to get on the board for Walsh, knowing that's not her shot anyway.
Hillman with the scoop. Walsh careful to not foul. Hillman couldn't finish. And now Dill catches up top. Over the top for Hillman again. And Dilk is just feeding beautiful passes, and Michigan's just not finishing them. Burton with her 5th board. Transition 3 for Satterwhite. Banked it out. Wow, that was way strong. Dilk again, looking to carve this defense up. Hillman, quick double. Burton slaps it back, but Walsh couldn't corral the steal. Been a linchpin of the passing for Northwestern, both receiving and dishing. Here, Dilk gets the inbounds. Hillman and Verjao running in action, and it gets an open look for Roush in the corner. Can't hit it. Brown harangued, but grabs the rebound away anyways. And here comes Burton the other direction. Brown catch, drive, hard, dish. Shaw finally missed one. Walsh is blocked by Verjao. There's the length for the Brazilian coming into effect. Hillman harassed at the top by Satterwhite. Wildcats just not making it easy on the star big from Michigan. Double post action from the Wolverines. They kick to Roush. And again, a late shot clock situation for Michigan. Northwestern's defense is really locked up early in the second half, but there Hillman catches, and Brown with probably a good foul overall to come back and prevent the easy bucket.
That contact.
That's what makes Naz Hillman so great. You know, a lot of things make her so great, obviously. She cans the first free throw. But her ability to fight through contact for one thing, but also move without the ball around the post so successfully. Underrated part of a post player's game. She's one of the best at it. And she makes both free throws here, up to 8 points now. And used that adjective a couple times already, but it's still apt. Or verb, I should say. Shaw with a tough drive. Can't finish. Finishing around the hoop, been a problem for Northwestern in this second half so far. Roush is free, didn't want it. Swung around to Felia. Dilk against Daly. Verajao against Shaw, and now Kaiser with a nice catch. Nearly walked with it, but maneuvers the reverse layup up and in.
Able to find that space, but Northwestern closed in very tightly.
And Michigan takes their first lead of the third quarter with 2:10 to play. Burton around another horn set at the top. Doubled with Kaiser. Walsh is free for a triple. Can't get it. Northwestern has now missed 5 field goals in a row. Felia in transition. Was a tough finish, and Burton's going to come in from behind and pick up a foul. It's been a huge part of this Michigan offense. Dilk. Kaiser wards off Daly. Felia wide open. Hesitated long enough. 5 on the shot clock for Nolan. Contested 3. Can't get it. Daly tracks down the board. Great job by the first year coming down to the glass to help out. And Northwestern needs a good offensive possession desperately. After 40 minutes on Friday, Veronica Burton still has not sat today. She's still looking for her first basket of the ball game. And she takes a face-up 3 and can't hit it. That stroke just seems off. She was 4 for 8 against Minnesota, but she's 0 for 3 from deep today. She missed a couple of mid-range jumpers that she usually hits as well. Walsh with a tough steal on the inside there.
There's that feistiness that Kaylee Walsh McEwen's been looking for all year. Comes out at a perfect time.
Burton gets around Felia. Open Hartman in the corner, what a find. But she missed it. And Shaw had the rebound, but ticked off her finger and she couldn't run it down. 3 fouls in this game. I think that's a smart move from Kim Barnes-Arico. And Hillman seals off Walsh and immediately gets to double digits. Michigan up 3.
Absolutely. You saw Kim Barnes-Arico look over, see Burton trot off to the bench. It was this my opportunity to put my best scorer in the game.
Shaw for Walsh. Rainey gonna have to create with 10 on the shot clock. Pass Nas and forces up a wild floater, not close. Northwestern has missed 7 shots in a row. The offense has gone ice cold at one of the worst possible times. Dilk harangued by Rainey, a chance for Michigan to get to their largest lead of the game here at the end of the third quarter. Northwestern in the midst of a 4-minute scoring drought. Felia over the top for Hillman, who's doubled. Quick passing. She'll try a 3. Kaiser got it back. That'll count if it goes. She's fouled by Shaw with 3/10 on the clock.
A failure to box out from Northwestern there. It's happened on several occasions. We saw it in the first quarter. Michigan set up a possession with 3 offensive rebounds.
Kaiser now, after that made free throw, up to 11 points on 3 of 3 from the field. 6 assists, 4 boards. She's been huge. And she goes 2 for 2. Michigan going to put the pressure on, and that will end the third quarter. Out for the Wolverines. That's the lineup I'd expect to close as well. For Northwestern, Burton back out there with Satterwhite, Shaw, Brown, and Hartman. Hillman going right at Shaw. Can't finish, gets her own miss, and then is tied up by Courtney Shaw. And it'll go back to Northwestern. What a defensive sequence from Courtney Shaw. As our 3 other players in the game right now did a great job. Nobody with 4 yet, though, as Burton comes around to Hartman's screen. Burton downhill, past Hillman, off to Shaw again. 11 helpers for Veronica Burton, and the Cats are back within 3.
It's almost like Burton isn't even looking at the rack anymore. She just knows she's going to find the most wide open pass of the night with each and every assist.
Felia with Satterwhite right next to her. Now Dilk looking inside, drives it in there herself against the trees. Shaw not called for a foul there. Lots of pushing and shoving, and Burton comes away with it under the basket somehow. Coast to coast, Burton tried behind the back and saves it to Brown. Beautiful work by Veronica Burton. Up to 6 rebounds and 11 assists now. We could see the rare no-point double-double. The Wildcats might need her to score if they want to come out with this one. Hillman with the steal. Satterwhite ill-advised pass over the top. Dilk had the numbers advantage, but pulls it out at least initially. Kaiser a rare 3. Nope. And the rebound goes harmlessly out of bounds. So I think that's a shot Northwestern's going to live with. And Satterwhite gives to Shaw at the top. Now Burton sets up for a deep one. Huge 3! Veronica Burton's first points of the night tie the game in the fourth quarter. And Eli, just one thing to say there, big-time players make big-time plays.
Better late than never for Burton to get on the scoreboard. Arguably the biggest shot of the afternoon.
Felia, the battle inside with Shaw and Hillman is intense. Roush with a massive response. Only her second bucket. She was 1 for 6 before that. Point guard hits, point guard responds, and Michigan's back up 3. Here we go. Northwestern slowing it down. Burton wants to set it up. Shaw at the elbow. Burton spins to get it back. Pick and roll for Shaw has been there all night for Burton. Finds Hartman. Hillman with the recovery block. How did she get there? 9 on the shot clock. Satterwhite's free up top. She's going to take it in. Floater rims out for the graduate student. Kaiser secures her 5th board of the contest. Looking for Hillman.
Hillman was impressive on the block.
Yeah, no doubt. Burton kind of lucky to get away without a foul there, but it will stay with Michigan. Difficult thing to do. Shows you how versatile she is defensively. Now trying to be versatile offensively. The dish, the steal. Jillian Brown from nowhere on the backside. Wildcats need a bucket in the worst way. Burton one-on-one with Kaiser. Shook her, takes it in. Banker rims out again. And Hillman and Shaw battling. Whose ball? It's going to stay with Northwestern. What a job Courtney Shaw has done down low. Inbound, tough catch for Burton. Haunted by Felia. Pulls her off. Floater in the lane. Foul called. First free throw line trip of the afternoon for Veronica Burton. And I got to say, that is not the hardest she's been hit in this game. She makes the first. As I mentioned, second in the Big Ten in free throws per game. Once again, she is only behind Caitlin Clark in that statistic. Also second in the Big Ten in free throws made per game. She's top 10 in the country in that stat. And she goes 2 for 2, the 82% free throw shooter. Full court press brought on by Northwestern. And with Amy Dilk having re-entered, that's not going to work out too well most of the time. Roush harassed by Burton. Little push-off, not enough to call. Hartman late on the rotation, and another beautiful find from Dilk, who holds her hand up like a shooter with a gooseneck coming back after another dime to Hillman. And that is 2,000 points in the career of Naz Hillman. The greatest player in Michigan history has reached another milestone. As another rebound for Courtney Shaw. Burton, pass Nolan, couldn't finish with the left hand. And Shaw can't collect the rebound. 3, Michigan, she's going to keep climbing. Plenty of basketball left to be played this season.
Still another milestone to be had for her. If she reaches a double-double today, she becomes the program's all-time leader in that statistic.
She's 4 rebounds away. Roush, Dilk short corner jumper. Won't go. Burton blocked out Hillman, and Shaw ends up collecting the rebound, but Hillman ties her up. Michigan with a 3-point lead. Verajao misses, and the rebound tipped out. Only Northwestern players were there. That could be a costly error. Dilk looking, searching, can't find a pass. Wants Verajao. Taken away off the deflection from Burton by Brown. And Veronica Burton is in the passing lane again. Northwestern slowing everything down. Their double screen set to the left. They love this one late in games. Burton goes around it. Michigan defended it well, though, with the recovery. Hartman against Hillman. Burton fakes, drives, kicks. Daly, 2. Won't get it. Rebound to Brown, and she scores it. Took it away from Naz Hillman. What a bucket for the first year. That's 14 big points for Jillian Brown.
I thought they were going to work Brown in the corner on the swing pass, but she did an excellent job crashing the boards and fighting through 2 Wolverines to get that rebound.
Burton in the passing lane again, but it gets to Dilk. Guarding Roush. Falls for the shot fake. Roush over Shaw. No good. And Shaw grabs the board as well. And now Northwestern with a chance to take the lead. Brown wanted the transition 3. Drives it in on Hillman instead. Tough take. Got it. And 1. Jillian Brown take overtime. And Brown misses the free throw. 80% free throw shooter, couldn't convert. She's tied for her career high in points right now, but Michigan has a chance to take the lead. Daly, Brown, Burton, Hartman, Shaw defensively for Northwestern. It's that Hillman-Kaiser lineup down low again for Michigan. Felia, Dilk, Nolan, the guards. And here is Maddie Nolan guarded by Burton. Kaiser for Dilk, looking for Hillman. Over the top, Brown for the backside again, but it'll stay with Michigan.
Brown's been getting it done on both ends the entire time, whether it's just pestering Hillman or getting 2 steals to lead her to the 16 points she has right now. It's been truly phenomenal for the first year.
Nolan, step back, long 2. Couldn't get it, and that did not hit the rim. Shot clock violation. And Veronica Burton says, you could see her. Good, and I'm not going to say what she said in the middle. Good blank job to Jillian Brown.
Another turnover for Michigan. They're 14th, and Michigan's a team that turns it over 16 times a game.
Wildcat defense putting the pressure on down the stretch. Burton around Kaiser. Long kick. Hartman didn't want it. Wasn't confident in it. Now Brown breaking down Felia. Missed at the rack. Shaw on the offensive glass again. Courtney Shaw doing all the little things. And that's 14 for Shaw with 7 boards. Ooh, Daly almost flashed in the passing lane there. Dilk, Michigan facing a 3-point deficit. Trying to avoid 2 unranked losses in 1 week. Nolan, corner 3. Couldn't hit it, but Hillman tracks it down on the glass. Brown picks it off again. And a touch foul going the other way on Dilk.
Pretty sure I just saw a smile on Jillian Brown's face as she was running that break.
Yeah, but hey. Anyways, Burton takes the inbound. 3 minutes to play. Wildcats with a 3-point lead on the number 4 team in the country. Hartman at the top, now Burton. Just 5 points, but she's created everything for Northwestern with 12 assists in this game and not a single turnover. Burton with 10, working on Nolan, one-on-one, step back triple. Couldn't hit it. Shaw with another save, but right to Hillman. And Naz Hillman collects her 10th rebound, I believe. That will be her program record 45th career double-double. It is. So Naz Hillman makes history once again. Roush looking for Hillman over the top. Big possession for Michigan with 2:30 to play. Of course, they're all big at this point. Dilk, long skip pass for Nolan. Looking for Kaiser on the inside, and she's blocked out of there by Hartman. That's a good foul call. Can't displace the offensive player, and that's 4 on Leah Hartman, who after
would be a costly loss for the Wildcats if they lose her here.
Kaiser at the free throw line, trying to drive past Burton. Got tied up initially. Now Nolan. Single-digit shot clock again. Hillman, tough catch, and she was fouled before being tied up by Burton. Will Michigan go after her? Burton nearly strips it again. Dilk now around the screen. Wildcats gonna give her the shot. She doesn't want it. Backs it out. Roush with 8. Hartman squared her up. Nolan, tough, triple, can't hit. Burton with a rebound. And she's tied up immediately. The officials are so quick to that jump ball. And it will go to Northwestern, but that could be a costly potential jump ball. Burton doubled on the catch, so she gets it to Brown, who takes it ahead and now backs it out. Canny play by Jillian Brown. First year is playing like a senior today, that's for sure. 2 first years in this closing lineup for Northwestern. Their face guarding Veronica Burton is Michigan. A bucket here would go a long way. Burton with 9 on the shot clock, chased by 2. Daly working on Hillman. 3, forces it up, can't get it. Shaw again on the glass, throws it into the middle of nowhere, and a foul is going to be called on Veronica Burton trying to reach for that jump ball. That's the 3rd on Burton. Now Michigan will shoot on their next time being fouled. Still 1:15 to go. You can see there, it looked like initially Burton had the hand in, but then, yeah, did probably foul on the reach around. Got to be careful for Northwestern. Foul trouble all around. 1:05 to go. Michigan has not scored in more than 5 minutes of game action, trying to stave off a 2nd consecutive upset. Dilk. Baseball pass. Nolan open 3. Missed everything. Barely got the rim. Hillman saves it again. Dilk steps into a triple. She can't hit. Brown skies for the board. Huge rebound from Jillian Brown. Michigan does not have to foul, 14-second differential, but they're going to. And Hillman commits her fourth, and you send Burton, well, you don't send her to the line. Pardon me, one to give for Michigan. As Northwestern tries to pull the massive upset. Brown gets it into Satterwhite, who just entered as well. Tough pass, deflected away, Brown runs it down. And now Brown gets across and is fouled by Dilk. 2 huge free throws coming up for Jillian Brown. She's leading. 2 shots for Brown. No dribble, puts it in. Why dribble if you don't need to? And that makes it a 2-possession game. With 30 seconds left, still could really use the second one though. And she delivers it. Career high 18 points for Jillian Brown. She has given Northwestern everything they could ask for and then some. After Maddie Nolan being face guarded by Burton, the entry comes to Hillman instead. Roush, contested 3, got it! One of the biggest shots of Danielle Roush's career, and the senior buries it. It's not over yet, but 3 of them pretty untested. Burton is being doubled. Just not giving her any space. She gets it in, but it's knocked off her knee, and she couldn't save it. And she's saying it didn't hit the line, but the call was that it did. And it's gonna go to Michigan. They're gonna have a chance to tie or take the lead. And now they're gonna look at it.
I wanna see whether they try to hold till 1 or even give Northwestern the opportunity to respond or try to ice it right now.
Offensive rebounding is one of their strengths. You would expect them to go before the clock is expired. Whistle and a timeout. Kim Barnes-Rigo did not like how that play was developing. She uses her final timeout with 14.8 to go to try to for Michigan. Starting lineup in. Roush takes it out. With Brown guarding her, the Wildcats go to man for the final possession of the game for the first time all game. And Roush is fouled by Brown. And that's a tough call to make in that situation, but a canny veteran play by Danielle Roush to force the call by going to the ground here. And there is just not a lot of contact there, but when Roush goes to the ground, they're gonna give her that call every time. And now Danielle Roush a chance to tie.
The signal was that Brown stuck her foot out and got the trip.
And she did not do that. But like I said, when Roush goes to the ground, she's always gonna get that call. 65% free throw shooter, ices the first. Biggest free throw of her life. It's good. And Northwestern uses their final timeout with 7.2 seconds left. They only have I have a feeling it's Jillian Brown time. But Burton gets it around the screen anyways. Around another, Burton in for the win! In and out! And Hillman gets the rebound. We're going to overtime. Veronica Burton had an 8-footer to win it, and it rimmed out. And Shaw wins the tip. And she has been everywhere all game long. Michigan sinks into their defense. Burton for Satterwhite here. Every possession so crucial in overtime, of course. Burton long swing pass for Satterwhite. First 3 of the game. Couldn't have come at a better time for the redshirt senior. Wildcats needed it bad, and they take a 3-point lead. Burton calling out rotations defensively. Back in the blizzard go the Wildcats. Felia looking to break it down. Hillman at the elbow. Working against Shaw. Roush wants the screen, gets the screen, kicks to Felia. Corner, Nolan, Burton close out. Got it. What a response for Maddie Nolan, who had missed her last 4 threes before that one. And it's tied again.
Overtime basketball.
Yeah, here we go, folks. Shaw with the screen there. Gotta be careful with 4 fouls. Don't want to pick a 5th one up cheap, but she's gonna come out for another screen. Hard hedge, softer hedge against Satterwhite, and Felia with the active hands. Knocks away the pass. What a play from the freshman. Dilk is waiting at the table for Michigan. Chance for them to take the lead for the first time since about 3 minutes left in the game. Felia calling for a screen. Kaiser finally comes towards the ball. Felia just gets the pass to her. 6 for Nolan. Roush drives. Felia wide open left wing 3, in and out. Hillman on the glass. Missed it, but is fouled. Who's it on? fourth on Veronica Burton. We're at over 80 minutes now in the span of 2 days of hard playing basketball. She's the engine for her team on both ends at all times as Hillman makes the first.
An absolute workhorse for this Northwestern squad.
Now, Jillian Brown has not come out all game, so there is something to be said for that as well. She's approaching 80 minutes herself. And Hillman cans 2 huge free throws. She's up to 14 points and 13 rebounds to give Michigan their first lead of overtime. 3 minutes to play for Burton at the top. Working on Nolan. Kick, Hartman, need it. Can't get it, but she tracks down, Jillian Brown tracks down the rebound. Burton's free. She kicks now, Brown wants a triple, that's off. Shaw fought for the rebound, but couldn't corral it, and it's back to Michigan. Northwestern might be running out of juice. They're gonna try to go to some full court pressure here. Roush brings it across. Michigan trying to stretch their lead to 2 possessions. Double post set for Michigan. They love these looks as Kaiser flashes to the top, drives on Brown, forces it up, can't get it. Hillman and Shaw battling. Shaw wins the battle again. Hillman is down behind the play, holding her face. Northwestern going forward. Burton venturing into the lane. And Hillman now getting up. She's going to get back into the play, but Hartman's free in the corner for 3. Missed it. Offensive board. Brown can't finish. Another miss on the interior for Northwestern. And a whistle behind the play.
With Michigan's great ball movement, though, is the press going to be enough?
Wow, Dilk nearly lost it. Did a great job to get it to Nolan. Now Roush has a chance to go against an unset defense. Runs over Burton. Offensive foul. And how about the fortitude of Veronica Burton to take a charge with 4 fouls in overtime?
4 fouls on tired legs.
Yeah, and she got there. You could say that she's not standing, but when Roush lowers the shoulder like that, I do think that's the right call. Could have gone either way for sure, though. Now Northwestern a chance to tie or take the lead again. Burton around the Hartman screen. She's open. Burton didn't give it to her. Hartman's been passing up that 3 the last couple times on the pick and pop. Crosses over Nolan. Inside. Blocking foul call. Then she'll go to the line. 2 huge block charge calls, and Frank Sterator points to the restricted area.
Big time free throws for Burton. Getting it done on both ends. A lot of contact.
Remember, she's gassed. Doesn't let it affect her. 3 for 3 from the line today now. She's up to just 6 points to go with 13 assists and 2 steals. Career high for Burton in assists. And makes it in the second one. It's tied again. Back and forth we go. And Felia's going to come back in for Dilk now for offense, I guess. Kind of a weird sub because Felia is the better defender, whereas Dilk is the better offensive creator in this game at least. But here goes Michigan. Roush breaks the pressure with 1:30 to go. Hillman against Hartman on the inside is a mismatch, but Dilk's not there to throw it over the top to her. Felia driving on Satterwhite. Got past her. Forces it up. Can't get it. Burton taps the rebound alive. Brown saved it. It's off of Brown. And wow, they really could have called Hillman potentially going through the back of Brown there. They're going to look at this either way. It's overtime. It's reviewable. From our angle, we didn't have the look. Through and get the catch. I don't know how Burton, I would be lying on the floor if I was her. On alumni day, Lindsey Pulliam in attendance, the Big Ten's last 2,000-point scorer. Veronica Burton trying to make it happen. Hartman extra pass, Satterwhite, in and out. Felia fights for the board. Oh man. And another chance for Michigan to take the lead. Roush, nothing doing right now. 15 on the shot clock. Satterwhite hanging off of her. Just no space for Michigan to operate. They got no off-ball movement going right now. Kaiser finally comes up to get it. 5 on the shot clock. Burton deflects the pass. Hillman catches with 2. Kick. Corner 3. Blocked. Jillian Brown. Unreal.
What can't she do today?
Northwestern is all over the floor. Michigan does not have room to operate. And look at the leaping ability of Jillian Brown. I think they're going to look here to see whether the shot clock expired prior to the ball hitting the ground out of bounds. And the redshirt senior inbounded here, and Michigan's not going to pressure the ball because it wasn't Burton taking the pass. She's doubled away from the ball, but now Michigan can't double anymore because somebody else has it. So that's an easy way to get it into Burton's hands. Felia guarding Burton, who's dribbling it down. 10 on the clock. Burton doubled around the pick and roll. Gets it to Satterwhite, the safety valve. Satterwhite driving in, fighting it up. Hartman on the glass, and it's a tie-up. It's going to go to Michigan with 3.5 left. And Roush looking for Hillman. Shaw breaks it up. Burton got it. Half quarter for the win. Oh, she didn't get it off. Oh, she didn't get it off. It was back iron too. Veronica Burton has made 3 half-court buzzer beaters in her Northwestern career.
Unbelievable.
Shaw's won 2 jump balls, but she loses this one. Michigan gets possession. That does mean Northwestern has the arrow for the first time, and this is funny, for the first time in 7 minutes. Because Michigan had it for all of the end of regulation, and then Shaw won the jump ball in OT. Roush, tough drive. Blocked again by Jillian Brown. Roush has been in there, but no 3-second call. She got out of there quickly. Canny play. And she stepped out of bounds. A rare turnover for Michigan in this overtime period, but they're 19th of the game. After a second block for Jillian Brown, who still has as much bounce as she had to start the game. She is 46 minutes in. Has not sat for a second. Burton with a tough catch against Nolan. Pick and roll for Shaw. And they couldn't get any separation. Great defense for Nolan around the pick. Hartman's going to try to break down Hillman. Gets it to Shaw. Looking back for Hartman, but she fell down. And a turnover for Northwestern. Quick hit ahead for Roush. Hartman's in the wrong place, but the Wildcats are able to get reset defensively. Skip pass. Nolan, nice catch, but Burton's there on the closeout. And now haranguing Nolan, who gets it back to Felia with 5. Felia breaking down Satterwhite, driving in, kicking. Kaiser, free throw line jumper, well short. Satterwhite fights her way to the rebound. Burton trying to go for transition here, backs it out, takes it in, fouled as she takes it up. And now Paige Mott will have to try to close it out. Hillman makes the first. This does add more size to the Wildcats, but it leaves them a lot more limited in what they can do offensively, with one less shooter on the floor. And Hillman's still perfect at the line. She has not sat since the end of the third quarter. 5 for 5 from the free throw line. She's up to 6 for 6, pardon me. She's up to 16 and 15. Leading all players in rebounds. Burton around the horn set again. They like this set with 2 bigs out there. The issue is that Michigan now doesn't have to guard Mott out on the perimeter. Burton with a tough catch, and she draws the foul on Kaiser. Cans it. 11 now for Burton with 13 assists. Her second double-double of the season. She misses the second. 2-point lead for Northwestern. Michigan can tie or take the lead. Now just over halfway through this second overtime period. 2 big missed free throws for Veronica Burton in this overtime session. Again, she has played now 47 minutes. Nolan corner. Looking on the interior. Mott being dragged out to guard her. That leaves Shaw on an island inside with 4 fouls, and still defends well enough to force the miss from Kaiser. And Burton clears her 8th board.
Putting it all on the line are these defenders, and it's paying off right now.
Burton just 2 rebounds away from a triple-double now. Suddenly, Mott being harassed by Kaiser, finds Burton. Around the Shaw screen, beautiful job by Roush to stay with her. Another screen. Roush stays in Burton's hip pocket. Step back, Roush all over it. Brown 3, short, fighting for the rebound, and Mott's gonna get tagged for a foul going the other way. This has been a problem all season for Paige Mott, and at some point you gotta just give that rebound up. She tries to fight over the top there. I will say, when she's contacting the arm trying to fight over the top, it's a bit of a tougher call, but I do think she had the underhook and the grab.
That's definitely holding the arm from underneath near the shoulder. But with that foul, Michigan in the bonus, both teams in the bonus.
Both teams have been in the bonus
since
the end of regulation. And Kaiser misses it. Wow, like you said, Eli, not where you want to commit the foul, but Kaiser, 78% free throw shooter coming in, had made her last 4 in this game, but hadn't shot one since the first half. A big rebound if she misses again. She does not. 1 point game, still 95 seconds to go. What can Northwestern do without, that doesn't even surround Veronica Burton. She scored all their points in this second overtime period. Crosses over Nolan. Now Satterwhite. This is not an offense-friendly lineup on the floor for Northwestern. Mott has Shaw wide open backside, and she gets the lefty layup. Mott saw it all the way. That's a great job by Paige Mott coming off the bench, cold to deliver the pass. And a delay of game warning, I believe, has been called against Northwestern, or maybe they just stopped the clock. Either way, Michigan ball here. 3-point Northwestern lead. 1:10 to go. Got to keep your eyes on Nolan, of course. Hillman against Mott. Nolan swung around to Roush. Roush with a little push off, no call, and drains it. Step back jack for Danielle Roush, and it's tied again.
Roush been one of the most clutch players the entire night, getting it done at the end of regulation and here in double OT.
Burton for Satterwhite. Wildcats a chance to take the lead. Burton driving on Nolan. Back to Satterwhite. She takes it in, blocked by Kaiser. Burton tried to collect the rebound, could not. And it's Michigan ball, and I don't think they will. Either way, Michigan a chance to take the lead here at the end of the second overtime period. They haven't gotten it to Hillman in a while. 1.3 differential between shot and game clock. Dilk is going to hold it out as long as she can. Both teams with their timeout should they want it. Kim Barnes-Rico and Layla Filia up. Pass gets into Kaiser, high post. Burton picks it off and is fouled by Maddie Nolan. Veronica Burton moves into 4th place all-time in Big Ten history in steals with that one, the biggest play of the night, and earns the foul on Nolan in the process. Burton, her and the foul. Dilk, unbelievable. And that's 5 on Amy Dilk. Oh my goodness. And Burton earns a foul anyways. That is a terrible mistake by the senior. You can't.
You mentioned Stacey King with this playground justice.
Yeah, that's it right there. You cannot, if you're Amy Dilk, Eli, once Veronica Burton catches the ball, you got to get out of there. There's only 4.5 seconds left.
I respect the aggressiveness, but you just gotta know the situation.
And now Veronica Burton again with a chance to give Northwestern the lead with 3.9 seconds left. And that one was right in front of us, and she clearly got armed there. It was not close. And she makes it first. Veronica Burton has missed some big free throws this year. She's made some big free throws, of course, but she missed a couple big ones against Penn State. And she's remembering those right now. Or maybe not, because she made them both.
8 of
Kim
10
Barnes-Rico will take her last time out. Very impressive. Here we go. Nolan gets it to Roush. Got to get it up. Blocked by Satterwhite. Got it away. Barish out. No good. And the Wildcats have pulled it off. One of the biggest upsets of the season in women's college basketball. Northwestern in double overtime has taken down Michigan 71-69.